Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failure, and this is our final video where we tackle a challenge given to us by SoftCactus0147, who suggested trying to get a 6-star wanted level with every single weapon in the game. So this is video number 3 in our series of videos trying to complete that challenge. I'm not doing every single weapon, I'm doing every single weapon type, and we've already done a bunch of the weapon types in the first 2 videos in this series. So we started with the heavy weapons. I did the minigun first. Generally, I'm just going to pick one weapon from each type, but the heavy weapons are so fun that I also just did attempts with the flamethrower and the rocket launcher. Then we did one sniper rifle attempt and got to 6 stars. We successfully got to 6 stars with an assault rifle. We successfully got to 6 stars with a submachine gun. That was challenging. That's a real weak weapon that you use during drive-bys, but we got it done. We also got to 6 stars with shotgun, and that was in our first video, the end of our first video. Then in the last video, we completed the 6-gun challenge with a handgun. Then we did the challenge with 2 different thrown weapons. The Molotov cocktail was pretty straightforward. The grenades were very challenging. And then in our last attempt, in the last video on this challenge, we tried getting a 6-star wanted level with a vehicle, just driving around with a car and running folks over, which proved way more difficult than I was expecting it to. So here in our final video on this challenge, the first weapon type that we're going to tackle is unarmed. And according to the wiki, there's 2 different versions of unarmed. You can have your fist, which is what I'm using right here, or you can have the brass knuckles, which would make this challenge a little bit easier, but I just decided to go only with the fist and not try with the brass knuckles. So I thought that there were some walls that were thin enough in the game that you could stand on one side of them and have an officer shooting at you from the other side of them and be protected from the bullets, but also be able to kick or punch the officer through the wall. So maybe there are such walls. I wasn't able to find any that worked with my fist. I will use that mechanic, like abuse that kind of through wall mechanic for the melee weapon attempts coming up in this video. But anyway, this is going to be our first fail. I was not able to get 6 wanted stars. I wasn't even able to get 5 wanted stars with the fist, just because you got to be, right there next to the person. And if I can't use a wall to shield me while still being able to inflict damage on the other side of the wall, I think this is just an impossible challenge. So let me know in the comments if you can think of a place where I could try this. Like, is there a wall or a gate or something that you think would protect me from bullets but allow me to inflict damage on the other side of that wall? Because without that, I just don't think it's possible. Surprisingly, Fist has a wiki entry, so let's go ahead and read. The Fist is a, quote, weapon available in all GTA games. The fist represents the unarmed state of the protagonist or playable characters. They will not draw attention in weapon-free zones, and merely locking onto pedestrians or police will not cause panic or attract a wanted level. So, for example, in the police station on the eastern island, the southern police station there, if you walk into the lobby unarmed, no problem. But if you walk into the lobby with a gun, then you will get a wanted attention. Tommy Vercetti is the only protagonist who can hold back a fist without punching straight away. This feature was removed in the definitive edition of Vice City. So you saw my best attempt there with the fist failed. After I got to 4 wanted stars, I was not able to get 5 or anywhere close to 6 wanted stars with the fist. Anyway, moving on to melee weapons, we're going to start with the golf club. There's a whole slew of melee weapons. I'm actually going to do 2 of them in this video, but let me just list all the ones that you have available in Vice City. There's the screwdriver, the hammer, the knife, the meat cleaver, the golf club, what you're watching now, the nightstick, the baseball bat, the machete, the katana. We got lots of experience with that in our Pyromaniac series of videos. And finally, the chainsaw. One thing that I learned while using the golf club for this particular challenge is that when Tommy is hitting somebody who's on the ground using the golf club, he actually swings it like you would hit a golf ball with a golf club. Like, it's not an overhand, like when he has a baseball bat and somebody's lying on the ground, he takes that baseball bat directly over his head and comes straight down. But when somebody's on the ground and he's using the golf club, he hits it as if he were, pitching a golf ball or hitting a drive with a golf club, something like that, which is a nice detail. All right, so why am I just standing here doing nothing? Well, it's because I failed with the golf club many, many, many times. So you can see we're taking advantage of this mechanic I mentioned earlier, where I am safe from bullets, at least all the ones other than the helicopter bullets coming from overhead, because of the kind of wall of shrubbery here. But I can hit these police officers through the wall. As long as they're close enough to the wall, I can hit them with my golf club. And that is how we're going to try to pass this challenge. Still not easy, even with this kind of flawed hit detection we're taking advantage of, but that's the goal. Okay, so you saw that I came, after I got 2 stars with my golf club, I came right over here immediately. This was where I did all of my attempts. I tried in other places. This was the best place that I found out, just because it gives me lots of protection, and it's long enough that I have places to run away when the helicopter is close by. See, like if the oh, hello. Hello. So if the helicopter is close by, I can still run away and then come back. But occasionally the helicopter would drop guys on my side of the shrubbery, which is not cool. Get on the ground, please. Oh my goodness, we lost more than half of our health. You can see there Tommy using the golf club like he's actually hitting a golf ball as he whacks this guy on the ground. But yeah, lost more than half of our health. I was tempted to just start this attempt over, even though I hadn't yet died, just because I knew it was going to be difficult to get 2 more wanted stars with only half health. So one thing I had going for me in this particular attempt, and I was mindful of it in my many attempts with the golf club, is that if there were paramedics nearby, I was very careful not to kill them, because what I wanted to happen is exactly what's happening here. I wanted to kill, soldiers and police officers right on the other side of my bush here, and then I wanted them to be revived by one or both of the paramedics so that I could then kill them again. Like, I can only kill officers and soldiers that are literally right up against the bush, and so if I kill one of them and they fall right there next to the bush and then they get revived, they are right next to the bush, again, within reach of my golf club. So really trying not to kill the paramedics, because they are making this much easier for me. It's like an infinite money glitch here. It's an infinite police officers and soldiers glitch that these paramedics are helping me out with. And with my attempts that didn't have paramedics, they just didn't go near as well. I wasn't able to get up to as high a wanted level because I didn't have enough new folks coming that were within arm's reach. Oh, gang, we're already at 5 stars. But the thing with the point system, like I made up numbers, saying, oh, maybe from 0 to 100 points, you have no wanted stars, and from 100 to 200, you have 1, and from 200 to 300, you have 2. But in reality, there's no guarantee that that's a linear scale. In fact, based on my experience, I'm almost certain it's not a linear scale. So maybe, 0 to 100 points is no wanted stars, and maybe it's 100 to 200 points is, wait, did I say this already? No, sorry. Maybe it's 100 to 300 points to get 1 wanted star. So it's a 200-point range, and then maybe the next range is even bigger. What is this guy looking at? It's like aiming off at nobody. It's kind of frozen there. Maybe the next range, instead of going like 300 to 500, another 200 points, and maybe like to get 2 wanted stars, it's like 300 to 700. Maybe it's like a 400-point range. Maybe the range doubles every time, so like it takes twice as long to get the next wanted star every time you go up a wanted star. Just making things up, but my experience is such that it's pretty clear that it takes longer and longer to get the next wanted star as you go up in your wanted star achievement. Okay, so health is at 159. I've got lots of guys that are close to being within range, but they really need to be like right up against the bush, and most of these guys are not working with me here. And a helicopter is shooting at me. Accidentally walked into like a little gated area there, and I just kind of ran away to get away from the helicopter, and also to hope that I could lure some of these FBI guys who are just like a foot away from the bush. I need them to get right on the bush. There we go. Wacky, wacky. Okay, health down to 132. I'm getting ripped by the helicopter, but I was making progress, right? Like every time I kill one of these officers, maybe it's another 100 points towards my final wanted star. All right, down to 103, gang. It is getting tight here. One thing that sometimes happened is that if there was an FBI car parked right on the other side of the bush, then sometimes the helicopter shooting at me would hit the FBI car a bunch and blow it up, and then I'd get credit for all of the FBI agents who got killed in the explosion. Wasn't proud of taking that credit, but I took it, and there it is. 6 stars, no explosions, all golf club, all the time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Didn't know if that one was going to happen. So we've got 2 weapons left to try in this video, and this next one is going to be our second vehicle attempt. We're going to try to get a 6-star wanted level with the Hunter helicopter, proved to be more difficult than I was expecting it to be. So the hunter has two modes of fire. You've got the rockets, which only aim in the direction that the hunter is pointing. So if you want to aim at the ground, you have to tilt your hunter towards the ground, which makes you go faster and lower, which could be dangerous. And then the other weapon is like a kind of heat-seeking machine gun type thing. And I think it would be much easier to do this challenge with the heat-seeking machine gun, but it would be a lot less fun for you to watch and less skill that I have to demonstrate to show that I can complete this challenge. So we're going to try it with the more difficult rockets, and I'll show you my best attempt here. But this is not my first attempt here. My helicopter blew up many times before I got this best attempt with the hunter. In the meantime, let's go ahead and read from the wiki about the golf club, the one that we've already finished with. From the GTA description, standard length, mid-iron golf club with a rubber grip for a lethal short game. The golf club is a weapon and golfing equipment appearing in Vice City, San Andreas, Vice City Stories, GTA 5, and GTA Online. It also appeared, although not as a weapon, in the Ballad of Gay Tony. In Vice City, if Tommy attacks a person who is lying on the ground or dead, he swings the club as he would for a golf shot as the weapon receives a unique animation. Yeah, so this is something that I only discovered when I was recording footage for this challenge. The golf club has moderate power and long reach. It can be swung while stationary or while running. I'll mention the whole list of all the melee weapons available here in Vice City, and two of those melee weapons are featured in one or more rampages. So the chainsaw and the katana both feature in one or more rampages in this game. And in Vice City Stories, there are also rampages featuring the chainsaw and the katana, but there's also a rampage that uses the golf club. So that's pretty cool. So while we check out my hunter attempt, I'm going to read from something on the wiki about wanted level kind of in general. The hunter attempt took a long time. I really needed to treat my hunter with kid gloves because, like I said, I failed a bunch of times for letting the hunter catch fire. So I was really slow and deliberate and kind of aiming my shots, making sure that I was nowhere near the explosions when they happened. Actually, at one point, I think I blew up a chasing police helicopter with the rocket from the hunter. I don't usually do that and survive. That's pretty cool. So reading from the wiki, I'm now at the wanted level page, which is massive, massive, massive. And I'm just going to read for you the things in Vice City that earn you wanted attention. Starting with 1-star activities, it says if you rev a chainsaw in public, you get wanted attention. You get 1 wanted star in Vice City. If you rob a store for the minimum amount of cash, you get 1 star. If you run over a police officer, sometimes you get 2 stars, but sometimes 1 star. In the mission Shakedown, where you have to break all those windows in the mall, once you've smashed your first 5 windows in that mission, you get a single wanted star. If you enter the Hop-In Girl cheat near a cop while the player is in a police vehicle, you get a single wanted star. I don't think I've tried that one before. Okay, now moving on to the 2-star activities, again only here in Vice City. Attacking and or killing a police officer with a knife, machete, katana, or chainsaw. Killing Gonzalez during the mission Treacherous Swine gets you 2 stars. Same with killing Pierre Laponce during the mission Mall Shakedown. When you smash your 10th window during the mission Shakedown, I said Mall Shakedown, I meant Mall Shootout for the one with Pierre Laponce. When you smash your 10th window during Shakedown, you get 2 stars. When you steal the van during Cannon Fodder, you get 2 stars. Collecting the first briefcase during Juju Scramble gives 2 stars. Continuing to rob a store after the employee drops 3 money packs gives 2 stars. Trespassing in the Washington Beach police station in Vice City, unless you're wearing the cop uniform, gives 2 stars. If you transport a criminal during the taxi driver mission. Oh, that's Vice City Stories. I was confused as to what that actually meant. There's a cheat code that gives you 2 stars. We used it a bunch early in this series. You Won't Take Me Alive, so that adds 2 stars to whatever you have. And now we're up to the activities that earn you 3 wanted stars in Vice City. Robbing stores for the maximum amount of cash. Blowing up an AI-controlled full-winged dodo. Have I done that? I mean, like, it's one of these, like planes that's up in the sky. I think the ones that trail the banners behind them. So if you blow it up with maybe like a rocket or something, you get 3 wanted stars. I don't think I knew that. Stealing the Squallow during the mission The Fastest Boat gives 3 wanted stars. Same with stealing the tank during the mission Sir Yes Sir. In Shakedown, when you smash your 15th window, you get 3 wanted stars. And now we move on to the 4 wanted stars activities. You've been a very naughty boy if you get this. Smashing 20 windows during the mission Shakedown. Attacking the 2 soldiers guarding the cafe during the mission Copland. Collecting all briefcases during the mission Naval Engagement. Collecting the 2nd briefcase during the mission Juju Scramble. entering the restricted area of El Banco Corrupto Grande in Vice City. So that's after you complete the mission, the job, that bank is open for the rest of the game. And if you go back behind, kind of the front lobby area, you automatically get 4 wanted stars. Now, the 5-star earning activities in Vice City: smashing all windows during the mission Shakedown, entering the North Point Mall without wearing a cop outfit during the mission Copland, blowing up the cafe during the mission Copland, taking photos of Alex Shrub during the mission Martha's Mugshot, collecting the 3rd and final briefcase during the mission Juju Scramble. So I think we're just about done with 6 stars here with the Hunter. Took several attempts to get these 6 stars. Kept blowing up my Hunter, and there it is. And according to the wiki, there's no single activity you can do in Vice City that will just automatically get you 6 stars. Okay, final weapon for the entire challenge. What's it going to be? Well, it's the chainsaw. Who doesn't love a good chainsaw challenge? The wiki has an entry on the chainsaw, but I'm not going to read anything from it. We're just going to slice down everything that moves. So we're just trying to get a wanted level. I don't know if this is having any impact on my wanted level, like my numerical point value, but we are giving the local auto body shops some work to do, so that's cool. I hope we get a kickback from them. Okay, and we are up to 1 star, and we're just going to let the madness continue, just jumping over vehicles for kicks, wearing the job outfit with the Jason hockey mask. Oh, this is beautiful. I should have done this at night instead of 6 in the morning. Would have been better if this was like pitch black. Okay, got our 1 wanted star back. Somehow we had lost it. Oh, there's somebody. There's an officer. Now we got 2. Okay, so that should bring out the forces. We'll have more raw materials to work with here. And our killing spree. Gosh, I just sound like a raving lunatic as I describe what I'm watching here, but yeah, it's just fun. Just fun. Okay, so it is possible to kind of take advantage of the fact that you've got paramedics out here and they can revive the cops. And if they do, then you can make it so that, like, even with a 5-star wanted level, if there's like enough cops on the ground and then getting repeatedly revived, and then I kill them and then they get revived again, then like you can't have any more people spawn in, right? Like if you're at the NPC limit on the screen, then no FBI agents will come because there's no room for them in memory. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to feel the full wrath of anybody that might come and try to stop my rampage here. But we've only lost 9 of 425 hit points so far, so I think we're doing pretty well for ourselves. Up to 4 stars. Generally, I run away from these kinds of police vehicles, but here we run towards. Run in the direction of the shooting. Look at this. I'm going to get wrecked here, but so are they. That took a lot of my points, but we're all the way up at 5, right? We got like maybe each of those guys was like worth 200 points or something anytime you kill one of the SWAT guys. Okay, so we're at 5 stars. I knew in this attempt I didn't want to hide behind any walls. We were just standing out here in the middle of the street, running towards FBI cars. This goes against every instinct I have when playing Vice City, and I have 5 stars. But anyway, thanks again to Soft Cactus 0147 for the challenge. This was really cool to do. Hope you all have enjoyed. We got to get away from that explosion. We're not immune. Fireproof, but not explosion-proof. That describes Tommy. Hope you've enjoyed all of the mayhem and havoc we have caused with every single weapon type, and sometimes multiple weapons of a single type. If you check out the freeze frame, you'll see that we do have 6 stars, even though we only survived for about 1 second after we got our 6th star, but we're going to call that challenge passed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.